Some people, 100 people comment yes or no if Lisa Hanna would have made a good prime minister. Again, 100 people comment yes or no if Lisa Hanna would have made a good prime minister. 200 people like the video same speed. We're going to talk about some breaking news, chilling details, condolences and RIPs are in order. The legacy of Lisa Hanna right now, a very serious report, danger and jeopardy for what's facing Lisa Hanna coming up in this video, and I will give you all the details right now. So all I need to know, everybody, stay tuned, you understand? Alright, Lisa Hanna, of course, is now in the breaking news report, everybody. Alright, I'm going to give you all the details in the news. See, so everybody, 200 people like the video, same speed for Lisa Hanna. Comment and tell me, 100 people, yes or no, if Lisa Hanna would have made a good prime minister. Alright, now what I'm understanding about Lisa Hanna, everybody, is that she was, of course, set to take the line of Portia Simpson Miller. She wanted to become the next Portia Simpson Miller, and she was put in place, she was raised, and she was, of course, groomed to take the position as the next female prime minister. But it never worked out that way there. You understand? Of course, she tried, but she didn't get to become that. So people, right now, 200 people like the video, and 100 people comment and tell me if Lisa Hanna would have made a good prime minister. Comment and tell me, everybody, alright? Yes or no? Simple question, simple answer, and we have some breaking news report coming up in the video. Tragedy yet again, alright? Yes, another death has been reported. So today is Prayer Tuesdays, everybody, alright? So get to the comment section, everybody. Get to the like button as we give you the details pertaining to what is currently happening where that is concerned. Lisa Hanna challenged Mark Golding for president of the People's National Party, but she lost. Lisa Hanna resigned. Lisa Hanna, it was allegedly said rumors were circulating a switch, but she cleared it up. It is not real. However the case may be, though, there is breaking news for Lisa Hanna that I'm about to give you right now, because she is facing something very, very, very serious. Alright, so today's Prayer Tuesdays, everybody. Virtual TV prays that you have a great day today. And remember, your prayer life rules your entire life. People, do me a favor real quick, alright? Share the video to everybody you can share it to. Your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, everybody, the dog, the roach, everybody that you can share the video with, share the video to them. And most of all, subscribe to the channel and hit that post notification bell. So whenever Virtual TV drops content, you will be notified instantly. 200 people like the video, 50 people commenting, so I know this.
The spirited, charismatic, tall, debonair Michael Joshua Manley, coming from or looking like someone who you would think would sound the same way as perhaps an elite. That's not who he was. In comes Michael Manley to say, look, this established way of doing things has to be dismantled. For Jamaicans to really move forward and embrace their purpose, you have to give them access. That must have been very difficult for people, especially the established order, to hear, because in comes Manley and said, what you know, child from Arnett Garden for go to the same school as a child from Cherry Gardens. The lady from Trelawney is to be able to own a home if she wants to, as a lady from Norbrook. So these were the things.
Everybody, leave a like on the video. 200 people like the video.
And you know,
100 people comment. Yes or no. If Lisa Hanna
because you're born, come see it.
Prime Minister.
But there was a time when an ordinary Jamaican couldn't go to the bank and get a loan to buy a house. That's why Michael Manley formed the National Housing Trust. There was a time when it's only a certain set of people could go to high school, or some particular high schools in Jamaica. You had to look a particular way, or you had to have money. And Michael Manley said, no, here comes the common entrance. Everybody for go to high school because you are bright. That is how Jamaicans could even have access all Jamaicans. He nationalized Barclays Bank, and it was a national commercial bank, because up until before, the managers came from Britain. You never had a black bank manager, because it was during Michael Manley's time that you got the national commercial bank. I mean, women were sent home if they were pregnant, and they had to go have them baby. Michael Manley said, no, you can't have women going to go have a baby and not have maternity leave with pay. Worse, you can't have women doing the same work as men and getting less money, so you have to give them the equal pay too. So during that period, it was the most revolutionary social policies that we have seen in Jamaica to give ordinary Jamaicans access, real opportunities, to say, look, we have a stake in this. And it was the most revolutionary policies, I would have to say, since the abolition of slavery. Because it was the first time that the ordinary Jamaican man felt equal to the persons that they saw as having money, as having status, and he took away the stigma of being born out of wedlock. Remember, if you were following, you never had any legal rights, basically, if you were born out of wedlock, and you were looked down on. So when you hear people say, well, no bastard, not there again, it's a real thing. It's a real thing, because those children were now not looked down on. So you need to understand what Michael Manley represented. I'm a child of the 70s. Andrew Michael Holness is a child of the 70s. And so a lot of Jamaicans who would not have normally had access had their dreams realized because of the policies of Michael Manley. They own a home, their children could go to high school, they could go to university, they got an education, right? They were given dignity, they could have walked in a certain place, but then what happened was, because the world was polarized, there was...
Everybody, alright? Lisa Hanna facing $8 million film fight. That is the headline, okay? No, I don't know if you know what's going on, but I'm going to give you the details. Businesswoman Lisa Hanna is facing an $8 million lawsuit over an aborted documentary project with Niche Creative Group Limited, the production company behind the film, accusing her of breaching their agreement. Now, Hanna has, however, fired back with a defamation counterclaim against the company's principal, Jason Niche, over a message he allegedly sent to her husband, and is seeking damages for interference with her marital relationship. Now, Niche Creative Group Limited is seeking $8 million from Lisa Hanna's, alleging that she breached a product service agreement for the documentary and has not honored the service invoice. However, Hanna, is challenging the claims on both procedural and substantive grounds in her defense. She contends that Niche Creative's statements of case, which she described as an abuse of the court process, frivolous and vexatious, is misconceived and should be struck out or alternatively stayed. Now, specifically, Hanna alleged that Niche Creatives has not identified any act or omission on her part that announced to a breach of an alleged contractual terms. Now, she also urges the company's particulars of claims contains inconsistencies and contradictions, concerns facts essentials to its case. There you go. Alright, moving on from that, everybody. Second person dies in Trelawney crash. Alright, now Trelawney, Jamaica, the death toll from Monday's motor vehicle crash involving a truck and a Suzuki Grand Vitara SUV on a section of the North Coast Highway that passes through Breaker Trelawney has risen to 2. A female occupant of the SUV has succumbed to injuries at the hospital where she has been taken for treatment, while the male driver died on the scene. Now, their identities have yet to be disclosed. It is not immediately clear whether the occupants of the truck sustained injuries The circumstances surrounding the collisions are still being investigated. More to come, like the video soon forward.